Now let's do the second reading activity, which is skimming. When we skim, we pay attention to the introduction to identify three components. Do you still remember what these three components are? They include background, problem, and solution. So for the introduction, please identify these three components. For the body paragraphs, for this week, I just need you to look at paragraph number 1 and paragraph number 2. Please underline the topic sentences. Now press the pause button to do these two things, and we will come back to go over what we have. Alright, I assume you finished what I asked you to do. Now let me read the introduction, and we will go over what the three components are. Before we begin, let us clarify what we mean by customer service. The term refers to the way a company interacts with its customers and encompasses everything from the initial contact, presentation of a product, closing of a sale, provision of a warranty, and the handling of complaints and problems. Whenever there is direct contact with the customer, we are talking about customer service. While this is the basic definition, the fact is that the concept has much wider implications for the whole company. In recent years, the term customer experience has become a buzzword. It refers to the entire customer journey and the creation of a unique experience in their relationship with the company. A host of companies all over the world are striving to enhance this experience in order to build their reputation, increase customer loyalty, and drive sales. Indeed, when asked about the company's main competitive advantage, Amazon founder Jeff Bezos was quick to define it as creating a customer service superior to anything my competitors can create. If you still remember our lesson before, the three elements or components should not be too difficult to be found, right? So the first paragraph is of course the background knowledge. It gives us the general definition of customer service, but it at the same time tells us that it is not just about that. It encompasses a lot more. So what does encompass mean? It means to include different types of things. So what does it include? Include the contact in the beginning, okay, presentation of a product, what it looks like, closing of a sale, how a business is done, okay, and provision of a warranty. When something is broken, do you offer service to fix it? And the handling of complaints and problems. How do you handle the complaint from customers and how do you solve their problems? Okay, so this is what customer service encompasses. And whenever we are identifying problems, I always ask you to pay attention to transitional words like however, but, nevertheless, yet. Here we have a different word, which is while. While is also a transition that signals contrast. So the point is actually the sentence that comes after while. Okay, so it is telling us that customer has a wider implication, or I should correct it as customer service has a wider implication. So what does implication means? It means a suggestion made without saying it directly. So what is it? It means when you look at the word customer service, it may not just be about customer and service. It may entail something else. And customer experience or customer service becomes a buzzword. What is a buzzword? A buzzword means a popular word in a particular field. Okay, a popular word in a particular field, like a keyword. And what is the argument? The argument is actually what the founder Jeff Bezos says, creating a customer experience superior to anything my competitors can create. So superior to means to be better than. So you always need to try your best to outdo your competitors. So this is the introduction. We know the background, the problem, and the focus, the argument. Now let's turn to the first paragraph. The first tip is called demonstrate that the customer is important. Let me read it for you. Many of your coworkers will tell you that the customer is the number one priority. Yet, 2 seconds later, they are making decisions that do not take the customer into account. To really change the culture of a company and the reasoning behind important decisions, you have to prove to the entire company without exception that the customer is the livelihood of every business. There are a host of arguments you can use. It is the customer who pays everyone's salaries, award bonuses at the end of the year, and even serves the shareholders. Good customer service has a direct impact on the company's bottom line. A company is nothing without its customers. They are its most important asset. Repeat these techniques over and over again. For example, begin each meeting by talking about a particular customer and provide numerous examples to demonstrate that this is true. So, whenever we look for topic sentences, we always look at the beginning. But in the beginning of the first paragraph under number 1, you do see the transition word yet. So usually the point is after yet. But if we look at it closely, it just describes a scenario. So we need to keep reading. Then a different sentence pattern shows up. So this is a bit tricky here. 2. Usually after 2, we describe a purpose. Okay? So the means matters more here. So the topic sentence is actually the last sentence. The entire company, okay? To prove to the entire company that the customer is the livelihood. Here is a spelling mistake. I'll fix it after I finish the lecture. Livelihood, okay? Livelihood of every business. So the first point we all need to understand is good customer service has a direct impact on the company. It means it influences the company a lot, and especially its bottom line. So what is a bottom line? A bottom line means the final line in an account of a company that states the total profit or loss. So let me use an image to illustrate it. So this is usually what an Excel files, okay, from a company looks like. And then at the end, you'll see the bottom line. It means what you have, okay, excluding all the costs. And the second thing we need to remember is customers are the most important asset. So asset means valuable things you have. Do you still remember back in the very beginning we talked about tangible assets? Tangible assets means what you can see. Okay, tangible means what you can see. So tangible assets means the valuable things that you can touch, like building, machines, etc. Okay, so later I will fix this typo. Now let's turn to the second paragraph. Establish fast and user-friendly customer service processes. Let me read this paragraph for you. Many companies have spent years building barriers and bureaucratic hurdles in customer service. If you want to make the customer the real boss in your company, you have to knock down all these walls and make communication as smooth as possible. Ensure that customer service is fast. No customer should have to wait more than 30 seconds on the phone. Set up different touch points, telephone, chat service, email, face-to-face contact, and etc. And processes that allow you to deal quickly with product returns, customer complaints, and inquiries. So for these paragraphs, okay, the topic sentence is knocking down all these walls or hurdles. So knock down means break something down. Hurdles? What is a hurdle? A hurdle is something you see, the obstacle you see on the track field. Okay, runner needs to jump over the hurdle to win. So the hurdles, what are the hurdles here? It means the bureaucratic systems. Usually when you want to file a complaint, you might need to fill out several forms. That takes time. So it is saying that you need to get rid of those forms to keep the communication smooth. Okay, so customer service should be fast, and you should do it by offering different touch points. What is a touch point? A touch point means an occasion when a business and its customers are in contact. So how does a business contact its customers? Email or telephones. To deal with, why do we need to keep in contact with our customers? To deal with their complaints and inquiries. So what is inquiries? It is a synonym for a questions, and usually you will see these two words used interchangeably with inquiries. Inquiry, that is spelled like ENQUIRY, or query, they all mean a questions. Okay, so in the following week we will talk about the remaining 4 tips. Okay, thank you for your participation and your time. That's it for this week. Goodbye.